Hi, it's Penny Marie here, and I'm here with another Penny who's on the other side of the world, Moneypenny. She has the most interesting story about her experience, and it's a heartbreaking story with long COVID. So I wanted to bring this to the New Zealanders to have Penny's explanation of what long COVID is to her. So welcome.
Thank you, Penny. It's X, not Twitter. We'll get told off.
X, not Twitter. Yeah, I still say both. I don't know if you do that, but I wish we didn't have to say both. So yeah, can you just kick off with just a brief, if you can, because it's very complex, explanation of what happened to you and when it happened?
Yes, so thank you for asking me to talk about this, because long COVID is unfortunately one of the most predominant illnesses now affecting in the UK. 16.8 million people are unable to go to work who were working in 2019, and I'm one of them. In December of 2019, I'd just gone through a divorce, and I decided to book myself a nice little week away in St Lucia for the Christmas period. And I stayed at Gatwick, and I stayed at the Gatwick Hotel the night before because it was an early flight. And 6 flights from Wuhan came into Gatwick Airport that same evening. And obviously I didn't think anything of it at the time. I flew to St Lucia, arrived on the 23rd of December. And on Christmas Day, 25th of December, in a hotel I knew well, I went and complained to the 5-star restaurant chef that I couldn't taste any of his food. For the next couple of days over the Christmas Day, Boxing Day, I got boiling hot sweats. I started to feel my joints, my body, my actual body was aching, and I had this profuse sweat, and I just started to struggle to breathe. My chest felt clamped, like an elephant was sitting on it. And I turned very pale, almost white, like you would see somebody having a heart attack, with very pronounced bluish tint to my face. And I noticed I was getting conjunctivitis. My eyes were infected. And people at the hotel said to me, "Oh, you've got swine flu. It's very serious this year. There's a lot of people with it." I spent the rest of the holiday in bed, sweating out the whole bed, unable to eat, absolutely no appetite, and more increasingly not able to move, in a sort of a deep fatigue that disorientated me, more and more struggling to breathe, even sipping a bit of water, and infections were crusting over my face, my lips, my eyes were closing with pink eye, conjunctivitis. And the nurse that came to look at me said I had a liver infection, a kidney infection, and a chest infection. And I had to pretty much pretend to be as fit as possible by putting a lot of makeup on and keeping quiet to get on a plane to get back by the 1st of Jan, 2nd of Jan. And when I got back, condition got much worse. My doctor wouldn't see me for 14 days when I got back because they said I had swine flu, without even seeing me, obviously. And when I did see them, by that time, I was crippled over, finding it difficult to walk. My joints were swollen up in a sort of purple-esque type rash, like a rheumatic type rash, papilla, lots of little spots, almost like a chicken pox all over me. But I was just finding I couldn't get my breath, and I was getting more and more infections. But I'd obviously lost all smell and taste. And this was in January of 2020, at about the time that the COVID thing was being announced in China. And I'm now 4 years on and still struggling with a lot of things, better with some of them. But I haven't been able to walk my dog to the park for 4 years.
And the doctors wouldn't have known what hit them with your case, right, in England?
They had no idea. They got to the stage with sepsis where I had sepsis twice. They gave up on me. They literally sent me a letter saying they wanted me to leave their surgery. And in the UK, you were allocated one NHS doctor, and I was struck off. I started to take it a very medical point of view. I started studying. I've come from quite an academic background, and I started learning a lot more about virology and the connection between COVID and cancer in particular. So I started studying the oncology, the reactivation of Epstein-Barr, which most people carry, having caused what they had diagnosed as myeloma because of the oncogenic ability of that virus and its ability to reactivate everything else inside you, hence why a lot of people get all these different symptoms.